Everything you need to know to settle your family into a new home. One of the reasons so many of us take a while to settle into our new homes is because there seems to be so much to do that we don't have the time to just allow ourselves to enjoy the space. One way of relieving this stress is to make a list of all the things you need to do, that way the move-in doesn't feel so overwhelming and allows you to breathe a little easier. If you're like me, then unpacking can be one of the toughest jobs, so you might need to create a plan to get it done, or you'll end up having to sort through boxes 6 months from now. The first rule of thumb, then, is to get organized. But how exactly do you do that? When you move to a new home, it may take a while to get a feel for your space, to know how to make a room both comfortable and functional. Be ready to rearrange, get rid of pieces that don't fit, and perhaps purchase new items that might work a little better. For children and teens, settling into a new home and neighborhood may be the hardest adjustment they have to make. Saying goodbye to old friends was difficult, but the excitement of moving to a new home, a new neighborhood can sometimes reduce the initial anxiety they might feel. So, to help them make an easier transition, here are some tips and suggestions that you can plan to incorporate into the first few weeks after you've moved. When moving from the US to Canada, I moved first, so that I could find a place for our family to live before the rest joined me. One of our cats requires extra special care, which meant I had to take him on the flight with me so I could monitor him. My sister and her family, whom I was staying with initially, welcomed both of us with open arms. But what I didn't know about our cat, Sherpa, was that he doesn't adjust well to change. 3 years earlier, we'd rescued him from a terrible fate, and he had adjusted pretty well to our home with just some growls and unhappy sounds. Walking is always the best way to introduce yourself and your family to your new space and to get a feel for the neighborhood. Go armed with a map and your new address written on a scrap of paper, just in case you wander too far. And before you strike out on your adventure, you may want to plan your route by doing a little research first. After a move, planning a party is probably the last thing you want to do, but with a bit of time after you finish unpacking, a party is a perfect way for both you and your family to meet neighbors and make new friends. The key is to keep it simple. Guests know that you've just moved and won't be expecting you to host an elaborate get-together. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more interesting videos. And please hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm.